About 30 delegates from Southeast Iowa are traveling to Washington, D.C. on Monday to talk with elected officials. One person they'll be speaking with is Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley. He was in Lee County today. WGEM's Dylan Smith was there.
Daniel, Senator Grassley's meeting with community leaders in Lee County this afternoon was his 10th meeting of the week while the Senate is not in session. Everything from immigration to infrastructure was voiced. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg for the week that lies ahead.
Nobody can accuse America of being anti-immigration.
Immigration was one topic that stood out to Senator Chuck Grassley today. It was brought up by Fort Madison Mayor Matt Moorfeld, asking if immigration is one way to help fill job vacancies in Lee County due to population loss.
But we're anti-illegal immigration.
In the last 50 years, Lee County's population has decreased by over 10,000 residents. Lee County Economic Development Vice President Emily Benjamin knows exactly what they're asking for when they go to Washington next week.
Our ask for our representatives is to really take a look at our workforce needs for both training as well as common sense immigration policies that work for our agricultural workers.
Benjamin says migrant workers are utilized in Lee County.
We know that our representatives hear about these issues, but our plan is to bring them very specific, relatable examples of how they're happening in our communities so that they can understand the impacts.
Healthcare is another topic on next week's agenda. Specific to Keokuk, establishing a rural emergency hospital. Just over a year ago, a company called Insight purchased the former Blessing Health Keokuk building with that goal. And in the next year, Grassley says he'd like to pass a 5-year farm bill, which hasn't been done since 2018. He says the current bill, which is an extension of the 2018 version, does not take inflation into account.
The real rationale for having a 5-year farm bill is so farmers can look ahead 5 years with some certainty.
Keokuk Mayor Kathy Mahoney says she hopes Insight opens by the end of the year. Grassley still has over 50 counties to visit before then. Daniel.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Benjamin says infrastructure, utilities, and natural gas will also be brought up in D.C. next week.